Roma Doomsday.
He ain't been doing shit this season though.
Well, I mean, he's a rookie. He's got like two established people in front of him. I didn't expect a crazy year out of him.
Hey,
I think he's
nuts, dog.
He'll have a breakout game coming shortly. Caleb's just getting rolling though, so I mean it's a long season. I mean
I like Caleb. I just don't want to get too high on him because he has played two of the worst fucking defenses in the league. I mean, but he made them look like the worst defenses, and not everybody does that. I mean, Joe Burrow played against the Giants, and he didn't look all that good. So I don't know. I think the Giants are shit. At least defense. I know they are offensively. I'm pretty sure defensively, just because of the Giants.
The Giants are a little better this year than last year, but they're still not still not that good. Malik Neighbors, that wide receiver.
Oh, he's crazy.
Yeah, he's killing it.
He's crazy.
Yeah. But no, yeah, Caleb. Of course, I'm a Bears fan, so I don't want to get too high on him either. But I never got low on him either, though. I hate all.
Yeah, I wasn't either.
That jump on there and was like, oh, it's the biggest bust ever. Should have kept Fields. Look what Fields is doing in Pittsburgh. Fields just got benched for fucking Russell. Dude, he's a first round draft pick, and he's starting. And if you look at the stats right now, he is off to the best start in history for a first rounder.
He actually, the last 3 weeks, has been statistically the best quarterback in the league.
So to me, he's right on time.
They talk about Jaden Daniels taking MVP then.
No,
Rookie of the Year, not MVP. But he just got injured today. I don't know what happened, but he got injured.
So that's a great point because he gets injured because that is a gimmick offense, and don't get me wrong, it's working when it works.
Hey, they're the second best offense in the league. I think he's him. I think
it's not going to last.
I think it is.
No, it's not going to last. It doesn't last. Stats say it doesn't last.
Why I say it lasts.
That's why Chicago and Caleb is running a pro style offense that's going to last for the next 15 years. So
yeah, but I mean they've also incorporated a little more of what he does better in the shotgun. Caleb. He's better in the shotgun, and they have.
No, they made a pro offense with him.
For sure, he's definitely running more of a pro offense. He does a lot of audibles at the line of scrimmage, so they're giving him more on his plate right away, which is I think why. I mean, also we kind of had no running game the first fucking 3 weeks of the season, so I mean that helps.
Well, it's a new team.
Yeah, the running game's got better for sure.
Hey, it's a new team. They needed to build some chemistry. They needed to find their groove. But Jaden Daniels, he's great. I'm not taking nothing away from him, but he's a gimmick. That offense is a gimmick.
I think we could boost Caleb up without putting down Jaden Daniels, and because I think both of them are going to be good. I think
you're having a hard time letting go of the fact that you were sucking Jaden's wiener at the beginning of the season.
Bro, he's leading the second best offense in the league his rookie season. What do you there's nothing to take away from him. And I wasn't sucking his wiener. I said he has the best deep ball in the draft, which he does.
I bet he has the best deep balls.
Yeah.
This guy's always talking about dick and fucking wieners.
Dude, this is coming from the guy with the name Andrew Spank, bro.
Hey, listen.
When did you change that? Hey, yo, low key, that's not a bad porn star name. Hit me up, Pornhub.
Oh my god.
He's gonna be on OF soon, and he's just gonna be masturbating to pro sport athletes. Number one on the list, LeBron.
Hey, if it pays, it fucking pays.
Hey, but Drake May just threw 3 touchdowns last week, and then this morning he didn't do all that well.
But honestly, a lot of the rookie quarterbacks have looked pretty good. What's his name? Bo Nix. Other than the first, he doesn't look as good as Jaden or Caleb, but he looks like he could be a starting NFL quarterback for years to come. Like he's a lot more shifty than people think and give him credit for. Like he's kind of like a young Russell Wilson, but the white version.
So it's a good
Caucasian Wilson. For sure. For sure, because I think when Michael Penix Jr. gets a chance to start, I think he's going to be a dog. Who else? I think that's it. I mean, Drake May, we'll see. I don't really like the Patriots. I was always a Tom Brady fan, but not a Patriots fan.
I can't stand the Patriots.
But
I'm done with them. Yeah. Fuck them. They've won Super Bowls for the next fucking 100 years.
You know what I am hoping the Bears do, is get another star or at least high-level edge rusher.
Max Crosby?
Bro, I saw that. I saw something about that. That would be crazy. And it wouldn't be the craziest thing if we got him for like I would throw a couple third-round picks for that, you know? Like, because you put Max Crosby on the other side of what's his name? What's our star? I can't even think of his name.
Montez Sweat.
Yeah, Sweat. You put him on the other side of Sweat. That's the best defensive line. Yeah, Super Bowl for sure. But it would be all up to Caleb, and then we probably need another 1 or 2 offensive linemen, and we don't have to pay Caleb for at least another 3-4 years.
Yeah.
And the same thing with Rome Odunze. And we might get rid of Keenan Allen, although I like Keenan Allen. I think he's a really good piece. I don't know how much longer he has of how much more good football he has in him, though. Because I think he's like, what is he, like 30? He's like 32, 33?
Something like that, yeah.
You know, he shouldn't have...
playing pretty well.
He is, but, you know...
He's a great player, but we're not going to sign him again. I know that.
We might, but it's not going to be big money, I don't think. But, I mean, we'll see if he's fucking throwing 2 touchdowns a week or catching 2 touchdowns a week. I think he deserves the money.
If he's catching 2 a week, you got to keep him.
But I think he's really good for Rome Odunze because Rome Odunze is not like he's not going to burn you down the field. He seems more of like a fundamentally sound type of guy.
He's a route runner, yeah.
And he's like he's good at catching like contested balls.
No, he's a great receiver. I mean, we shouldn't even have got him.
Ain't nobody better than me.
Oh, we got to get a game going eventually.
Bro, I'm down. I'm down for tackle. I'm down for flag. I'm probably going to be one of the smaller people there, but, you know, I'm a little shifty, so I'm not worried about getting hurt.
I'm going to do quarterback so I don't have to, hurt nobody, man, because, I'm a big guy out there, you know what I mean?
I got a pretty good arm. I might run quarterback a little bit.
Well, you'd be opposite of me then, because I'm a quarterback the whole time.
All time QB?
No.
I'm about to barrel over everyone.
Tight end?
You're going to be loose end, my boy.
Boom! That's the one with contested balls in his mouth, bro.
This is turning into a homosexual podcast.
It's been pretty gay. Let's segue to Diddy. Speaking of gay.
I think we did the first 5 minutes on Diddy.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
We got Baby Oil, fucking Diddler.
What do you guys think about Devontae Adams going to the Jets?
I think it's going to be... Devontae Adams is like 32 also, so he doesn't have too much longer, but he's still a good receiver. I think it's going to be pretty much smooth sailing with him. I mean, they're like the 7th most touchdowns between a duo.
It's pretty cool.
A quarterback and wide receiver duo, or a duo in general. Like,
I'm going to tell you what, Rodgers got exactly what he wanted. He got his offensive coordinator. He went in, he got the coach fired.
Got rid of the bald man.
Yeah. He went and got, his favorite wide receivers. And so now it's all on him. So now when they lose, it's all on him.
Hey, speaking of Aaron Rodgers, you know what I saw this video is the guy's like, he's like, are we sure on his ayahuasca journey, whatever you call it, trip, he didn't see something that told him that he needed to sabotage the Jets season because Johnson & Johnson is a partial owner of the Jets and he's against like the COVID vaccine. And I was like, bro, that might be so. You might be onto something. I'm all here for the fucking conspiracy theories.
You know, they do that with Rodgers. Rodgers is like the number one conspiracy NFL guy I know right now. I mean, he's like a big name quarterback that actually he goes on these podcasts and he talks about shit that, you know, me, you, and Jack would talk about. You know what I mean? And so I like him as a guy, you know, and maybe that is true. There is something to do with that. I mean, it is Johnson & Johnson, you know, but I also think it's all a fucking show. You know, I think it's all a fucking gimmick, man.
Yeah, he knows how to play. Did you see how he introduced Devontae to the Pat McAfee show? Pat got Rodgers on, and all of a sudden they're talking, and he's answering some questions, and he's like, and he's already Devontae's in Rodgers' fucking house.
And that's before he got traded too. I'm pretty sure.
No, it was. Oh, you think he was there before he got traded?
Yeah,
Because
I think that show.
It was after he was traded, but
Was it?
The news was already broke. But it's like he's already there. He's in his house. They're chilling. He's doing a show. He's presenting him like, ta-da! You know, like
Yeah.
thieves type shit. Like, you know, almost like throwing it in their face that he was over there behind the scenes before the trade, saying, "Don't worry, we're gonna take you."
It's because him and Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson's a really good wide receiver, but they don't have the chemistry yet. Like they don't know where they want each other to be, and like you know, so they don't have that. And him and Devontae have that. So I think it's gonna look better. I actually want Aaron Rodgers to succeed as a Bears fan. That's weird to say, but like I actually, as soon as he got traded, when he tore his ACL or Achilles. I actually became a fan. I felt bad for the dude. I was low-key tearing up a little bit.
That was the greatest moment ever.
Yeah. And it was a
You're just a hater.
Hey, and it was a bear
the
that
worst
did
moment
it.
ever for the Packers, bro.
Hey, it was a bear that did
All
it,
these
too.
Packers fans, they were crying already because he left for 2 seasons saying, no, he's not going to leave. He's not going to leave. And then he left. And then they're like, it's okay. We're with you, Rodgers. And then he fucking tears his shit. And they're like, and now Love fucking gets injured. Oh, it's great. Ronnie, Ronnie, if you're listening, I love it. All this bad juju from all your hater ass shit is coming back on you. Karma's a bitch, buddy.
I think when we beat the Rams, I sent Ronnie a message. I was like, it's a good Sunday. I was like, it might even be the best day to be alive. The Bears won and the Packers lost.
Hey, the Packers won today. Who they play? I forgot who they played today.
They played the Texans. That's an impressive win.
They did. They beat the Texans up, right?
I don't know if they beat them up, but they won. I didn't watch the game. I woke up late.
Fuck the Packers, dude.
They're not going anywhere.
And
if you're a Packers fan that lives in Chicago, you just want to be different. That's know.
It's not really that different in this day and age. You're not that edgy.
You're as fuck if you're from Chicago and you're a Packers fan. I mean, you're just the biggest troll and gaslighter I've ever seen in my life. Like,
we're talking to you, Ronnie.
Yeah, those people are unhinged.
And me.
And they deserve to be fucking pelted with fucking quarters, you know, or whatever, you know, Freshy Friday on their ass, because constantly picked on. They need to be constantly picked on. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Just driven out of the city.
I can't wait till the Bears beat them this year. I am just going to – it's going to be my Super Bowl.
So are we officially putting on record that we are for bullying Packers fans?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yep.
All right.
Yep.
We're bringing it back.
There's no safe space for Packers fans out here.
But that defense, though, back to the Bears, our defense is elite.
It's sick.
I mean, even without a pass rusher, another one, even though I would, too, love to have, obviously, Micah Parsons or a fucking Max Crosby.
We're not getting Micah Parsons. Max Crosby, I can see that. But
our defense, though, is unfucking real. So 11 straight games, 12 straight games, under 21 or less points. Okay, in today's NFL, that's fucking incredible. Turnovers, we lead the league in turnovers since last year. I mean, this is like looking like a Lovie Smith defense. And now we got a quarterback who's got potential for the first time ever. I mean, let's talk about Caleb throwing that ball to Keenan Allen, where in the end zone, the first touchdown where he splits the defenders.
Back shoulder.
He's like, yeah, dude. Not too many quarterbacks are going to get that throw off. And so I mean, all bullshit aside, a diehard Bears fan, take it with a grain of salt. Bears are coming, man. They might not do. Listen, I'm gonna be realistic. They might not make a lot of noise this year. But I guarantee, because our division is the best division in football. Bottom line.
No doubt. No doubt.
Best division in football. I mean, and that's not coming out of my mouth. That's every expert. You know what I mean? So the Bears might not be able to make too much noise this year. I say we're going to have a winning record this year. And my question is are we going to do enough to keep Eberflus? You know, which I think we will if all goes well. If we win 10 games, Eberflus, they're going to have no choice but to keep Eberflus, right?
I like Eberflus. I know a lot of people don't, but I do.
Listen, I like him if he's winning.
He seems like if you got the respect of the locker room, who am I to say that you should get fired?
And he knows that defense, man. And he knows that defense. So to me, as long as you keep a competent offensive coordinator in the building, you could always keep Eberflus.
And that guy, what's his name? Who's our offensive coordinator?
Waldron.
Shane Waldron, yeah. I hated him for the first 3 weeks, but he looks like he's getting his shit together.
No, he's great, bro. He's great. I knew he was going to be great. Yeah. It looked a little rough, but that was on everybody. That, like I said, to me, it was a chemistry thing. I knew that they were going to work out the kinks. I mean, you got to think about it. There's a whole lot of new players on this offense, so it's going to look a little weird. But now he's seeing, we're starting to get it together. The running game came together. Our offensive line, we made a bunch of shifts. We still don't have a great offensive line, but, man, we're trending up. Hey, that offensive line is trending up. It has been good the last 3 games. So
So I don't think our offensive line is as bad as people want to make it out to be. It looked terrible the first few weeks of the season. But, I mean, even going from last year with our number 1 pick, being an offensive lineman, it got better as the season went on, and I don't know what happened. Was it just the new offense and they were getting some more chemistry? But I mean, they are looking better. I think we definitely need a center.
I'm seeing something here. It says DJ Moore is glad that Shane Waldron and the Bears are scripting their first 15 plays now.
No, I mean it helps out. It helps out the guys. You know what you're gonna do no matter what. Like, this is what's gonna happen.
Get into emotion.
So you kind of you get enough flow, and that helps the game out. And Caleb, he's the GOAT already.
Hey, and I'm gonna tell you too, real quick. Across the NFL, there's really not that many good lines. I mean, if you go and look at the PFF, there's maybe 3 good lines out of 32 teams. So everybody has offensive line problems. That position right now currently is just behind in the talent level, because defensive lines, I mean, those defensive ends and defensive tackles, man, those are like the greatest athletes in the game, and offensive linemen need to catch up, and it's hard. It's hard to play.
It is hard. Offensive line is one of the hardest positions to play, for sure. I think everybody goes quarterback. I think that's not true. I don't think quarterback is the hardest. It is very hard. But personally, I think corner, like a cornerback, is the hardest position, because you're going against, most cornerbacks are like 5'10". You're going against a lot of crazy athletic people. You don't know what they're gonna do. They have a lot of the rules are helping the offense, So
yeah,
I think corner is, offensive lineman, quarterback. I think those are probably the top 3 hardest positions to play in the league.
Yeah. No, I agree. Physically, offensive line, cornerback, those are great. Those are the hardest physically. Obviously, quarterback is just the most important, though, right?
Yeah. I mean, you got the ball. You got the ball in your hands most of the time. You're the most important player.
I mean, and you got to read those defenses. You got to call it out verbally. Then you got to go to the press conference, right? Then you got to go. Then you got to be the leader in the locker room. I mean, there's a lot with the quarterback. You got to make that throw.
I had someone tell me, my brother-in-law told me the other day, he's a Bills fan. He's from New York, but he's a Bills fan. And he said that he thinks Caleb's a big baby. And I was like, I don't think he is, and he thinks he's like a diva. Maybe a little bit, but I don't hate that, to be honest. But I like you see all these videos of Caleb like with the offensive lineman. He's like the offensive lineman, or he's telling the offensive line, good job," and the guy's like, "No, no, you good job." Like I like seeing shit like that. That was, I mean, Jay Cutler. You said Caleb was our first good quarterback. I don't agree with that. I think Jay Cutler was amazingly talented. I just think he didn't have the right attitude, and it turned a lot of guys off.
Well, he couldn't stay healthy.
He was pretty solid.
Well, I mean, he was healthy a lot, but I mean, also he was the most hit fucking quarterback in the league. Jay Cutler, my boy, free Jay Cutler. I will say that. I don't know if you guys saw, he got arrested for fucking a gun and drugs or some shit like that. Free Jay
DUI
Cutler.
and gun charge.
There you go. There you go.
Got a little accident. No, Jay Cutler. Listen, man, he left a lot to be desired.
But he's a tough son of a bitch, bro. I love that dude.
He had all the talent. I mean, he could run even. But I watched every single Bears game, man. He sucked.
Hey, why you covering me up, boy?
Touchdown!
So they're talking about this play.
Third.
Right
Fakes to
here.
Allen.
Hold on. Let me bring it back.
Fakes to Allen. Fakes to Swift. And there's Komet.
Yeah, no, that was a good one.
That was a good play, but that was just a play call. That wasn't like, I don't think that was anything crazy Caleb did. I think that was a good play call. No, I think that was a good.
Shane Waldron drafted that play from all the movements and start to finish. They're saying, so they're saying his creativity. Basically, it was the headline was Shane Waldron got off to a shaky start, but skipped no steps in turning Bears offense around. And Eberflus credits that play and his creativity. And you could see it says that before Komet even caught the pass, Allen raised his hands in celebration because they all knew the play worked.
Yeah,
it was I will say that was a good design for a play. And by the way, Cole Komet, that man needs some credit because he fought his ass to the end zone on that one.
Yeah,
Shane comes from the McVay tree, so
Does he?
Yeah, typically when people say, the so-and-so tree, like when they had Matt Nagy and there's like, oh, it's the Andy Reid tree. And I was like, yeah, but he ain't fucking Andy Reid, and sure enough, he was trash. But
yeah, but you know why he was trash? Because he never called any plays, right? So that's the thing. So at least Waldron called plays in Seattle. Nagy never called any plays because Andy Reid calls all his plays.
Well, let's also
look where he's back. He's back in Kansas City, Nagy.
Let's also, not act like the Bears had fucking talent back then. Like, who the fuck did we have? Who was he working with?
Who are you talking about when?
When Nagy was in.
We didn't have a good
team.
You
could just tell those play callings were dog shit.
Yeah, Cohen got hurt.
Is he not calling the plays for the Chiefs now?
Trubisky didn't have the worst career. He really didn't. He just couldn't throw the ball. He just couldn't get the ball downfield.
There was a controversy with Nagy and the Bears where people were blaming his play calling, and they had.
Well, I mean, that's a theme that the Bears fans have is we blame everybody else.
No,
we don't know as fans, like, unless we're experts and we're really paying attention, we don't really know.
Hey, listen,
like, a lot of it's just what we think.
Up and hear what I'm telling you. I'm telling you, in this particular instance with Nagy, when they were complaining, they let the offense. They made a point of putting the offensive coordinator to make calls for the last half of the season, only like take over play calling, and they turned the season around. And then the start of the new season, Nagy was like, "Fuck that! I'm taking over again." And they were ass again. So that's why he ended up getting fired after that next season. Because it was clear, defined that when he wasn't calling plays, the plays were working. When he was calling plays, the plays were failing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That came down from the owners in the not the owners.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
Not at Pace. I'm sorry, Pace.
I was gonna say Poles was around.
Ryan, motherfuckers. Yeah. Ryan P. But yeah, so his ass was trash for sure. There's no argument about that.
No, yeah. Yeah. I mean,
he can't be total trash if he went back to the Chiefs and they won a Super Bowl.
He went back to daddy.
Again, yeah, exactly.
I mean, but like, you think they're just hiring trash? You think they're just like, oh, you're trash and we're gonna take you anyway? I don't think so.
No, he's
Reed
hiring
was winning
friends.
Super Bowls before him.
He's hiring friends.
Yeah, he's hiring friends. You got the
That's
best.
it.
You got the best GM, or I mean, you got the best head coach in
That's like-
football, and you got the best quarterback in football.
That's like Jack putting me on his podcast. I'm not a fucking good podcaster. I'm his friend.
Yeah, clearly.
You know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Like, no one's good at anything when they first start.